Donald Trump is in terror as California Governor Gavin Newsom wants to end Donald Trump's term right now. Newsom is going for Donald Trump's throat, post after post, calling Donald Trump out for dementia, calling Donald Trump a sexual predator, posting AI images of the White House with Donald Trump looking like it's Epstein's Island, calling Donald Trump weak, calling Donald Trump grandpa, put your phone away, time to go to sleep, calling Donald Trump out for constantly talking about dementia tests, showing the photo of a horse that Donald Trump was able to identify, Governor Newsom rallying the country and saying America is at war because of the decisions that Donald Trump is making. Newsom not holding back to describe the moment we're in right now. Newsom making social media posts showing Donald Trump with Epstein as the flag that hangs on Donald Trump's buildings, saying, "This is your flag, Donald. It's the Epstein flag flying from your buildings." The Trump claw is what Newsom refers to as this ridiculous UFC ring in front of the White House. And Newsom goes, "Trump's claw will come down too." And Newsom promises that when Donald Trump is out of office, everything with Donald Trump's name on it, all of the things that Donald Trump has done in Washington, D.C. and across the country will be ripped down. It will be destroyed, and it will be a glorious sight when all of these Trump things are torn down. By the way, that golden ballroom needs to be torn down as well. If he does an arch, that needs to be torn down as well. I think anyone running for the office of the presidency for a Democrat must commit you destroy everything that Donald Trump is doing to turn DC and this country into this grotesque mess. It gets torn down while the people celebrate. Folks, it's closer than you think to that happening. Let me just go through a little bit receipt by receipt, and then I'll show you what Newsom also said recently in very powerful words, where he said, you know what? You don't hold back. You punch the bully. You get aggressive. It's not when, they go low, we go high. It's no, you go right for their throat and you keep on pressing and pressing and you turn the screws in and you keep on going. So Newsom shows videos of Donald Trump holding up a poster where Trump's like, "The reflecting pool is bigger than the Empire State Building." Newsom's like, yeah, his dementia gets worse every damn day. Newsom then shows a video of Donald Trump yelling at female reporters from yesterday, and Newsom goes, a sexual predator responding to a female journalist by telling her to smile. Absolutely disgusting. Yeah, that's how the American people feel. This guy is a sexual predator. This guy is a criminal. This guy is a felon. This guy is a disgusting individual who covers up child sex trafficking rings by not releasing the Epstein files. He goes after people who want to see the Epstein files. Be aggressive. Go on the offense. Call this fascism out. Call these sickos out. Call the Epstein class out. As I said, Newsom was posting AI images of the White House with these Epstein stuff on it. Trump's playpen is what Newsom refers to the White House under Donald Trump with all the Epstein paraphernalia. Newsom also says the following after Donald Trump did not or said, "I'm not going to be pursuing the $1.8 billion slush fund because I lost in court, but maybe I froze it. I'm not saying it's going to be completely gone. I just don't know what's going to happen. I just don't make decisions because I'm a weak and pathetic loser named Donald Trump, and that's what I do." And Newsom says, Donald Trump is weak. When you stand up to his bullshit, he retreats. When you challenge him, he folds. Bullies count on fear. Stand up to them. And that's a rallying call for all of America. Newsom posts the following. Trump is lying about California again. Time to take the phone away from grandpa and put him to sleep. He shows this photo of a horse. Your reminder that Donald Trump is still bragging about acing a cognitive test that includes identifying this animal. Exactly. I know when you're watching this or listening to this, you're like, yeah, that's how we feel. What are we talking about? This guy's an idiot. Why do we have someone in the Oval Office bragging about taking the same damn dementia test 4 times? What are we doing here? Stop normalizing this freaking behavior.
You know, there are certain things that make you feel good. Maybe it's celebrating a win, helping someone out, or just taking a moment for yourself during a busy day. For me lately, it's been cracking open an Olipop. Olipop is the feel-good soda. It delivers that classic soda taste I love, but with 6 grams of fiber and less sugar than a traditional soda. Plus, it contains a functional ingredient blend that supports digestive health. And if you're watching the video version right now, you'll notice these refreshed Olipop cans from their 6-gram fiber line. It's the same Olipop I've already loved, full of flavor and digestive health support, but now with a fresh new look that really shows off the feel-good soda inside. I also love that Olipop is made with real ingredients and a thoughtful formulation. They're a category-defining brand with a mission to impact health at scale, and that's something that I could absolutely get behind. Right now, you can get a free can of Olipop. Buy any 2 cans of Olipop in store, and they will pay you back for one. It works on single cans of any flavor at any retailer. Just head to drinkolipop.com/Meidas. That's drinkolipop.com/Meidas, MEIDAS. You can find Olipop in the soda aisle and with the chilled beverages at thousands of retailers nationwide, including Target and Walmart.
Gavin Newsom also writes, America is at war. Trump's decision to put our country at risk by handing the nation's top intelligence job to a random political lackey is reckless, insulting, and dangerous. And here's the guy right here. Trump just put a random mortgage banker whose chief qualification appears to be targeting Trump's domestic enemies in charge of our national intelligence agencies. America, do you feel safer? More posts comparing Donald Trump to Epstein and talking about their friendship. But here's what I really want to show you. It's Governor Newsom giving this really powerful interview. I'm going to show you just a short clip. And this is Newsom's philosophy. You keep on hitting. You keep on punching. You turn the screws in. You put the dagger in. That's what you need to do in this moment. Here, play this clip.
I'm smash mouth. See my social media. I'm in Trump's face every day. In the spirit of my buddy Marshawn Lynch, I have a podcast with him over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
But you've gotten in trouble for some of those cartoons.
Well, you know what? I'm going to, I like my percentages. I've only had to delete 3.
Okay.
I admit. But you know what? Bottom line, you got to punch a bully in the face.
Hit a bully one good time and he'll leave you alone.
I'm not accepting any of this damn stuff. I've put a stake in the ground, so I'm with you. You know, it's as you say, it's faith and works. As we pray, we move our feet. So it's action and passion, and it's style and substance. It relates to what we're doing on social media, putting up a mirror to Trump and Trumpism, put up a mirror to the supine Congress and the corruption racket that is indulged by members of not only his administration, but members of Congress. And we're calling it out 24/7. And we're organizing a counter strategy with Prop 50. I'm out there fighting the good fight in the South. I'm calling out Landry and the stone cold racism, the Jim Crow 2.0 that has given permission by the Supreme Court, and what's going on in the South and Louisiana and what's going on in other states. And we've got to have a state of mind that is much more aggressive, less permissive, and show people the way so that we're not standing in their way.
More posts from Governor Newsom. He posts time to evict Donald Trump. Trump's junkyard. You see what Donald Trump's again done to the White House. He's quite literally turned a beautiful, elegant, understated people's house into a freaking junkyard. It looks disgusting, just like Trump's disgusting, just like Mar-a-Lago's disgusting, just like all of the Epstein class that he surrounds himself with are disgusting. Speaking of which, here's Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent's pink home, modeled after Malibu Barbie's mansion. This is where Bessent lives. He lived in South Carolina in Barbie's mansion. Newsom writes, since Scott Bessent does not like my J6 slush fund tax and make them pay, I'm now looking into taxing his ugly pink mansion. The public has suffered long enough. This is a public nuisance. 100% tax on payouts for J6 cop beaters and ugly pink mansions, Governor Newsom. Also, when Donald Trump brags that the word dumb ends with a B, but most people don't know that, so he took out the B from dumb, Newsom goes, Idiot ends with a T, but most people don't know that. The T stands for Trump. Then Governor Newsom lists a number of the people that Donald Trump pardoned recently. People who were convicted of major fraud. Jason Galanis, $200 million. Joseph Schwartz, $38 million. Lawrence Duran, $205 million. Medicare fraud bill. Carlos Watson, $60 million. Trevor Milton, $20 million. 10 million, 5 million, 20 million. These are all big fraudsters Donald Trump pardoned, and things that obviously appear like quid pro quos. They donated to his PAC, or their family members donated to his PAC, and then he pardoned them. More from Newsom right here from that interview. Powerful stuff. Let's play this clip.
The grift that's going on with Witkoff, the grift that's going on with Kushner, the grift that's going on in all the Gulf states, the grift that continues to go on as relates to his stock portfolio and his day trades. And when he's trading, when he's promoting, when he's showing up at an event at a particular factory and he's buying that stock beforehand because he knows it's going to spike, what he's doing with crypto, what he's doing with watches, what he's doing with cell phones, what he's doing with sneakers, what he's doing across the spectrum. It's sick. What he did with the tariffs, what he's done with trade and allies, where he's threatening the tariffs if he doesn't get his golf course done. Look what happened in Vietnam. He reduced the tariffs by 27% after he got the golf course deal. 8 others in the Gulf states, these big developments. I mean, Barron's worth $100 million now. I mean, this is just corruption and graft at a level we've never seen in our life. Meanwhile, you're paying $4.68, $4.80 a gallon of gas. People are paying more for all of their goods because of these illegal tariffs. Not my words, the Supreme Court's own assessment and adjudication. And so the people of this country are afraid, and he's trying to get us to fight each other. Back to your original point. And I don't know, I went to Santa Clara University, and I was reminded the Bible teaches us we're many parts, but one body. And when one part suffers, we all suffer.
Yeah.
And we're suffering. We're bound together, King said, by a web of mutuality. We're all in this together. And so we have to be repairers of the breach, in the spirit of Isaiah. We have to. And we have to be the better angel here. We've got to fight fire with fire, got to hold the line, got to call out the corruption, the graft, but we also have to speak to our common humanity.
And then Governor Newsom posts this image, MAGA Republican Congress member Andy Ogles, leader in the MAGA party, who goes, "Homosexuality has no place in America. Happy Nuclear Family Month." Then Ogles deleted that post. And then Governor Newsom writes, "Apparently, cleanse America of all gay people is beyond the pale for them. Great start. Now let's try. Women should have the right to make their own healthcare choices." The Department of Energy posts a weird photo of coal with a heart, and they call it Coal Island USA Season 250, featuring beautiful coal. And then Newsom writes, "Is this the season where everyone suffers from black lung for no apparent reason?" And then Newsom concludes by saying, "It's amazing watching MAGA melt down over Pride Month. We're genuinely sorry your life is this miserable. Try loving gay people. The vibes are better, the music is better, and everyone seems to be having fun." There you have it. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 7 million subscribers. Put in the comments what you thought about all of that. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to add the MeidasTouch podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts for new updates every single day.